We'll take the win. There's some things that we got to do better. I was not happy how we played, but we did win the game, so I'm happy about that. Love the fact of 22 assists on 31 made field goals. I don't like the fact that we did not execute the game plan on limiting them to one shot. They have 13 offensive rebounds. That's inexcusable. That's something that we take great pride in boxing out and doing a great job, which we've done a really good job in these last few games. We did not do a good job today on that. We were ball watching and not hitting and getting, as we call it. You got to get a hit on the offensive guy and then go get the ball with 2 hands and 2 feet. We did a poor job on that, which irks me, and but we were fortunate to get the win. We were, we didn't shoot the ball well, besides Avery's 2 threes, and Diedrich hit that big 3. But so, we attacked them points in the paint, but we're going to see more zone, and we're going to have to put the ball in the basket. That's just the bottom line. We're going to have to make some threes to stretch it out, to open some things. But good to get a win, be able to have a week off and clean some things up, and definitely have to work on some things to get better.
What did you do strategy-wise going into the second half to change what you did in the first half?
Well, the second half, we made some adjustments on how we were attacking the zone, and I think that obviously worked for us because we were able to get inside in that paint. And I did not like our defense at all. I thought we had too many gaps. I thought we spread we were too spread. We weren't shrunk enough. We were switching, and we weren't supposed to be switching, and we were pointing, and we don't point switch. When you switch, you talk, touch, take. So we were just did some things that we were just not sound today on doing. And but hey, a win's a win. You don't take them for granted because they're hard to get. So but we made some adjustments the second half to attack the zone, which worked for us. And then and I felt on our closeouts we were a couple guys, we didn't sprint on the closeout and then get down and make multiple effort plays to get down and guard. We allowed them to get by us in the penetration. The floor was too spread tonight with us. We didn't shrink the floor enough defensively.
This is my question about attacking the zone. It looked like the high post was there, and that eventually the guys figured it out and got comfortable against it, you think?
Yeah, I mean, we the second half we were better on. I mean, look, we were up 31-24, ready to blow away, and Shaq gambled on a half court. We were pressing, and he gambled, which was inexcusable. And then Ricky doesn't box out on a 50-50 ball, and then they get a 3-point play, and it's 31-27. We would have ended up stretching it right there. So we had a couple chances there, and we didn't take care of business in the first half, and so we didn't come up with some loose balls. Now we won the 50-50 ball battle 27-20, but I didn't feel comfortable on we didn't do a good job on getting a hit and then getting the ball. And a couple times we hit and then we let the guy out jump us, and that's just inexcusable. And so we've got to be better on that, on how we played in some of those areas.
Josh Diedrich took control there second half. Talk about his performance tonight.
Diedrich's a stud. There's no denying it. I mean, when you get 28 and 14, you're a stud. And if he played the game starting at 6 o'clock, you might have had 40 and 22, 40 and 25. He didn't play well the first, I would say, first 6, 7, 8 minutes. And I told him that, hey, man, we need you to get going. When it's tip time, you got to go at tip time. You can't wait for at 6:20. He's too good, and we need him. For our team to be successful, we need him to be successful. So, I mean, I think he's one of the best freshmen in the country. I'm a big believer in him, and I don't think there's any denying. And I don't think he played well at the first 6, 7, 8 minutes of the game. I think he was a little lethargic, and then he got going. And I think, what do you have the second half? 22 points or something or whatever. I mean, he was really he was a stud after that. So, and Shaq, I think this is his third straight game that he's been at a high level. Now, I didn't like that he had 0 assists, 3 turnovers, but he did have 20 and 6, and his motor was great. He's got a great motor. And those two guys, when him and Diedrich are playing like that, those two are really, really good for us. And we need those two to be really good for us for our team to be successful. Excuse me, Treson Burrell had a banged-up hip, did not practice yesterday, did not go through shoot-around. He should be back for Saturday. KJ Lawson, I could have played him maybe today, but because we have a whole nother week, I didn't want to risk it because he has practiced, but he's been limping a little bit, so I just want to make sure that thing is fully healed, and he'll be back full go next Saturday.
Josh, can you update us on Kedron's condition and where he?
Yeah, he played today. I mean, he's starting to practice and getting into it, and he did some good things. He didn't box out on one time where a guy got the rebound, but I thought he moved the ball well, and he got inside and had some good passes, and he was fine in some areas. So I think now the more he's in a rhythm practicing, and especially having this whole week, I think he'll get better and back into the flow of things as well too. I don't think he's 100%. I don't think he's going to be 100%, but I think he's now in his mindset where, hey, let's just go with it and let's see how it goes.
Tarrant is really struggling the ball shooting from the field, but he's giving you everything else.
10 assists is terrific. 10 assists and 1 turnover. I mean, Avery had, look, 22 assists on 31 made field goals. As you guys know, who've covered me, my teams have always been high assist on made field goals. We've always been one of the best in the country on assist, and we're doing that this year. And it's due to good guard play. And Ricky, 10 assists, Markell 5, Avery 6. I mean, him and Avery, 16 assists and 1 turnover. I mean, Ricky has a double-double. But he's got to make some threes. I mean, last game was the first, he made some threes, and it's just a matter of him making 1 or 2 to kind of get going, and they're open. I mean, he's not taking forced threes. They're open. His feet are set, and I think one of them went in and out too. So he's just got to keep, when he's open, be ready, shot ready, and then put it in the basket. Oh, he's great. I mean, besides his three-point shooting, he's been great.
We see Craig Randall shoot threes and warms. He hits about 12.
He's got to make him in the game. I love Craig Randall. Craig Randall's going to be a really good player for us. He's a high-level guy. He's going to be really good. I mean, he actually does some things defensively. He just hasn't, I think it's a little bit of confidence. He hasn't got his rhythm going. He's going to be a really good player. His best basketball is in his future. And I believe in Craig Randall, and it's just going to be, once he gets going and makes a few, it could trigger some things. And he made a huge play in Ohio State game in the second half on that steal, and he got a bucket on a key play there for us. So he does good things defensively that doesn't show up in the box score. You just got to put the ball in the basket.
Josh, this week's not going to be a problem because you don't play again until Saturday. But looking ahead, down the road, 35, 30, 32, 38, 38 from your starters as far as minutes played. You didn't have Burrell, obviously.
Or KJ.
But is that a concern, the logging the minutes early in the season?
No.
Ahead?
I mean, that's just what we're going to do. I mean, that's, I told everyone in the preseason we were going to shorten the rotation a little bit, and that's what we're doing, and it's just going to keep going game by game. I didn't feel comfortable enough with the lead. We were tight, and so I went with those 5 guys pretty much the whole half, other than Craig Randall for a couple minutes because Avery for foul trouble, but or for Markell, in fact. But other than that, we just had to do what we had to do, and we'll be able to give the guys off tomorrow, practice on Monday, and then give them off another day, either Tuesday or Wednesday. And as we get going into when we're playing 2 games a week, we will back off on practice. But I tell you what, I felt in the UT Arlington game like 2 days prior, I didn't do enough contact. And I said, screw that. I said, we're going full scrimmage, full throttle, full rebounding, full contact. And that's what we got to do, and that's what our team needs. As we get into play, when we're playing 2 games a week, I'll back off on that.